not the first, the second videographer we had, who was a contractor, used to come in and say, "Hi, I'm Charles, the handsome producer." That's where handsome comes from.
Right.
He passed away, so he like all of a sudden just dropped dead. Charles Stewart.
Oh, Chucky.
Yeah. So you hear me call everybody hamster.
Did he come in and work here for a bit?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
So he helped me start the YouTube channel.
Right.
So everyone, like these guys hear me carry on like a pork chop all the time, like calling everyone handsome or hot stuff or whatever. That's where it comes from.
Oh, it's good to know that, actually.
Chucky's legacy. Chucky's legacy. So you can go home and you can tell your dad, Kobi calls everybody in the office handsome.
Oh, he'd love that.
Done to acknowledge Chucky.
Yeah, that's great.
These get, like everyone's like, I thought I was handsome. I was like, well, it's my way of like keeping the dream alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
For any of you guys out there who are starting businesses or working as entrepreneurs, the one thing that I've done is a dedicated credit card and a dedicated bank account, and those are the only two ways that I spend money from this company. It goes either out of the bank account or off the credit card. So the reconciliation is really simple. There's 2 documents that have got every single cost. It's got all the bank account's got wages and salaries and bank transfers, and then it's got the income coming in, and then my credit card. And so we have 4 or 5 credit cards off one card. Yep. So go get a Visa, or if you've got a spare Visa.
I've got a Visa debit card for the company bank account.
Yep, that's fine. That's enough.
I was thinking about using that because I started applying for the credit card, and they wanted, that ANZ business plan? It's like 16 or 17 pages long. She wanted that information. Like, I'm a team of one person. What's your marketing plan? What's your market share? I wrote to her and I said, do you really need all this information? And she's like, yes.
Yeah, so I mean the debit card's fine. As long as you can use it everywhere.
Please, a debit card. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's all you need, because then everything is just on the bank statement, and then basically every time you do a transaction on that card or on that bank statement, you make sure there's an entry in your app on your phone.
Yeah.
Simple.
Do they get sucked into zero all as individual line items? Okay. So if one line item is fuel, you can allocate it to fuel. Okay.
Yeah, it'll come up as the ATM thing or the FPOS thing at the servo. So it'll say, whatever, and then provided you've got an entry from the app, a green button comes up, you press the green button, or your mum or whoever's going to do your bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Don't spend any cash. Don't pull cash out of the work bank account. Don't pull folding money out. Just use that card. I haven't carried cash for 3.5 years. I got given cash last week for something from a friend. We went out to dinner and I paid the bill and he gave me some cash as his contribution. It got taken straight off me to pay the cleaner. Yeah, you're a tax collector. There's a tax collector over there in the corner. It's ridiculous. It's a myth. It's the biggest farce on the planet. Biggest conspiracy on the planet is the ATO has a representative sitting in our office and I have to pay their salary. Plus the accountant. The accountant's not there to help you make more money. The accountant is there to force you to legally manage your tax properly, because they guilt trip the accountants to make sure so it's like the whole thing is just a built up process. It's like create jobs. Xero has been the biggest thing to disrupt the accounting industry in a long time because it's made it accessible. Like I can do my bookkeeping on my lap in the car after I buy my fuel. I go buy my fuel, I got the bit of paper receipt, take a photo of it, put it straight into Xero. It took that step away. You did an expense claim, the bookkeeper checked it, someone processed it and approved it, all that's gone.
I'm trying to avoid behind receipts like that, which is why I'm going to get a full-on fuel card that I just get on a monthly bill, and then I just pay that bill once.
Yeah, I get it.
Instead of 4 times a week, a month.
Yeah. It's pretty easy though. You just go in, you're going to go and get your fuel anyway. You're going to go in and tap the fuel card anyway. All that happens is they give you a small piece of paper and you just type the numbers in, take a photo of it. It literally takes 20 seconds. It's going to take 20 seconds to copy it in off the fuel card anyway. And so this is the second part, is that I operate off one card. So I have a dedicated credit card, and then I can go through that statement, and the statement actually gets sucked into Xero automatically. And so then you can just click the green button to do the reconciliation.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're going to go and have a sausage roll. We're going to go and celebrate.
Sausage roll.
We're in Australia, we're going to have a sausage roll. We are going to celebrate Sarah's 10-year work anniversary. We've got cake, we've got sausage rolls, we're going to have a little party. Here we go. Happy 10 years to you.
Happy first decade.
Yeah.
Don't have the knife. The knife touches the bottom, it'll end up in an assessor's heart. Question of who there. Well, we'll put that out as an email just as a reminder for people. Get your eye out,
Is that a Black Forest cake? Is that what we ordered? I think so. Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I've never seen a square one before.
Comes around and we go overseas for 3 months. And so I left, at that stage they were still in the back room. And then we hired somebody, I think that's when, no, you were 2010. So that was we went to Vietnam for a month and then came back and you started. I think that's what it was. So then, so we had this room. We came back 2008, I didn't have a desk. And so I said to Mum, oh, can I have the other bedroom? So then I set a desk up in the other bedroom. And we had 4 in one room and me in the other room. And then there was just a dining room table and a piano and everything in the downstairs flat.
Were your parents living in your
Upstairs. No, it's their house. My grandma lived downstairs in this flat.
Right, gotcha.
So Mum and Dad upstairs, we're downstairs. Dad's office is on top of the garage. So there's work happening there every day anyway. And then they were all at me about the cars in the street. So I was like, oh, everyone park up on Hague Avenue, you know, so anyway.
So it was like here, it was, you know, some days there'd be no one and then other days there'd be...
Well, we go for, when everyone's out on doing stuff, there was no one there for weeks on end. And then we'd have one day in the office and get food and do lawn bowls on the carpet and things like that. So so then we, then 2010, it must have been like about 2011, something happened and I moved everybody out into that living room. We put more desks out there. So then we turned my office into a meeting room. And then that's when like Philippa started and we had Denise, Philippa, Denise, a couple of like, you know, payroll, accounts receivable per financial person, Janet. So everyone could have a desk. So I think we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There was 4 desks out the front. We had 8 desks and a meeting room. And then we hired another person and we didn't have a meeting room. And then the blue house came up for sale. And we were like, all right, let's go buy that. We're going to the markets one morning. He's like, let's buy this house and fit that out. It was like a tiny little block, 350 square metres. It's across the road here, little weatherboard place. Anyway, let's go in there. So we were like, righto, we had all our desks, all those dark wooden desks that we've got and all that sort of stuff. Let's go fit that out. Dragged everybody over there, worked out where everyone was going to sit. We had a room at the front with 3 and then 2 and then 3 at the back.
Put like these peak holes in the wall.
Yeah, we cut holes through the gyprock and like framed out the studs.
Like framed holes in there.
Yeah, it was like little window boxes to see through the whole house. And then Harley was probably 6 months old. We went to see Fiona's dad in Queensland, went for a driving holiday. We'd concreted the driveway and the concreter upset the council engineer and then someone made a complaint to council so that we literally drove and we were at Newcastle and council were banging on the door, what's going on here? And they opened the door, someone let them in, shouldn't have, but someone's let them in and the place is full of people and desks and they're like, this is an office, you can't do this. So we got in trouble and then
We'd grown out of that too.
we were literally in it like a month, 2 months and we grew out of it straight away. Yeah. And then we went to Brookvale. Because that was like, what do you do, like 2 months or 3 months in the Blue House?
Not long at all.
Yeah.
But even down at Lifestyle.
Yeah, literally like 2 months. Because I went on 2 holidays that year. And it was when I got back from one of them, we'd moved.
So it's like, Mum, Dad, where have you gone?
I went to Fiji, went to Fiji and Singapore.
You're trying to tell me something.
Yeah, so we, I think we only did 6 months in the Blue House.
It was a nice place. I liked it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's still there, you can buy
We're
it.
just ahead of our game.
Okay.
It's for sale at the
I don't think I
moment.
could afford it.
1.5 million. It's got a DA approved now as offices.
Oh, really?
Well, I got the DA. So, because we weren't technically doing the wrong thing, but just the argument, they were like, righto. So we put the DA into council, had the argument, won the argument, got the approval. Yes, here we are.